Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video, it's going to be the patch 3.4.10 patch note detail. Or I expect it to be actually 3.5.0. I didn't expect it to be 3.4.10. Alright, but let's go. So the first Esper is going to be Ilf or Elf. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll call it Ilf. Okay, Ilf. And then Inferno Esper is a fighter Esper who reaches her maximum damage potential when paired with Esper that grants specifically buff. Okay, so S1 deals damage to one enemy based on her attack and inflicts sear. Alright, it gives me the feeling of like Yun Chuan. And then S2 here at the start of the combat, at the start of the round. Okay, so I think it's just at the start of the combat. She will go into lion stance, and then if she grants if she gains attack up, crit rate up, or crit damage up while in lion stance, attacks with victory horn, which is S3. Oh, so if she get attack up, crit rate up, or crit damage up, so I think this is a good synergize with Feng Shun. Or I think the best synergize will be Sachiko, because Sachiko gives crit rate up for one turn, so which will disappear the crit rate up and reapply the crit rate up every time when they take their action, and it also will buff the Inferno damage from the Sachiko's effect. But what we're gonna see in the PTR is if we rebuff the same buff, will it still count as she gains attack up? Like if I've attack up 3 turn from Sienna, then I cast attack up from Shenpin. So it's the same attack up, but it refreshes the buff, right? So we want to see that if the refresh buff will actually trigger her to cast the S3, right? Because S3, the Victory Horn is the S3, triggers once per turn. So if it can refresh, then it can actually spam S3. If it cannot refresh, then it's actually like a condition surrounding with how long is the attack up, crit rate up, and crit damage up. Okay, then when she has contested territory, perform an assist attack with Lion's Roar. After any ally attack, Lion's Roar is S1, so we'll perform assist attack with S1 if she have contested territory. After anyone, it gives me the feeling of Yun Chuan, because like Yun Chuan is, if anyone hit the target, then Yun Chuan will follow up with the dog bite. But this one here doesn't have that effect, right? But it's more other condition. Right, it is interesting from what I'm seeing now. And then S3 deals AoE damage based on attack and then inflict defend down. So it's attack damage first, then only inflict defend down. So it's not defend down first, then only deal damage. After Ascension is attack all enemy if the target is a boss. Okay, so it gives me like the PvE vibe now. So if the target is a boss, it would dispel all a buff first. Won't miss and cannot be resist. Okay, this is good, but what kind of boss will actually give them a lot of buff? Like Dark Starlord. Dark Starlord will give himself crit rate up, attack up buff, and then there's 3 enemies, so the AoE here will actually benefit. Is it a Dark Starlord Esper? And then deals damage based on attack. Next, then deals damage to all enemy based on attack and inflict defend down. Oh, so it's 2 attack, is it? It will dispel everyone buff first, then deal damage again, and inflict defend down. I think it's 2 layer of attack instead of 1 layer. Okay, then R1 final damage increase for S3. R2 effect here, a new effect added for Battle Fury, which is her passive, dealing damage, inflict extra true damage based on attack. Okay, it seems interesting for this part, like extra true damage. True damage reminds me of Wu Yu, but is she gonna exile in PvP? But from her kit is like surrounding around a boss, right? So I don't think it will be good in PvP. Just from my first impression for now. Extra true damage based on the type. Battle Fury is passive. Then the passive will only trigger Victory Horn. So does that mean AoE true damage? But I don't think this true damage will affect too much in PvP. Then when element advantage, increase damage, and then but she's Inferno, so she will only trigger this effect when hitting Wind Esper. Then R6 effect, a new effect is added to the Battle Fury when while in Lion stance, perform an assist attack with Lion's Roar. Oh, this is good, because as long as you are in this stance, then you'll always pursue attack with your S1 as long as your ally attack. So this will make her into the better Yun Chuan, I feel. But we have to see the leader buff, like what kind of leader buff she's gonna provide. Is it gonna be attack leader buff for PvE content? Then she will be a PvE Esper like Yun Chuan, so she might be the the replacement or alternative Esper for Yunchuan, I feel. Then can obtain from the Echo after this update. Alright, so from my impression from this Esper now is she will be a PvE Esper. She won't be a PvP Esper from what I'm looking at now. Even though this true damage here seems good for Wu Yu, but I don't think the multiplier will be high. I don't think it will be effective enough to actually fight Wu Yu team. So for me, I would consider her as a PvE Esper, not PvP. Then Moroyama, the Yamata no Orochi, 5-star Shima Esper, fighter Esper who specializes in dealing single target damage. Okay, S1 here, inflict disease and a defend down on one enemy, then only deal damage 3 times, so it's a multi-hit damage. So it will inflict disease and defend down first. Interesting. So it seems like we can build him with Calamity because it will inflict 2 debuffers. And disease is very annoying, especially from most of the team are actually based on healing now. Then S2 is a passive. If HP is above certain percentage at the start of the start of Moroyama's active turn, then we'll cast Snake Bite on one enemy. Then gains Inhibitor. So what's this? Did they mention about it? I don't see what is this buff. Right, so no idea about this buff yet, but we'll cast Snake Bite. So Snake Bite is inflict Sear on one enemy. Wow, 3 debuff already, and then deal damage to the enemy 3 times based on the type. So it's multi-hit damage, and then it will inflict Sear, and then there's also disease and defend down. So it's gonna be 3 debuff and defend down and Sear to maximize his damage. Yeah, it's really single target. It's really like specialized in dealing single target damage. Then S3 here, dispel buff from one enemy. I assume it's all buff because or one buff. Dispel buff from one enemy, but I think it's all buff because it's buffs. So dispels buffs from one enemy, then deal damage to them 5 times. 5 times. Okay, it reminds me of Fushi. Based on attack, if the attack is higher than the enemy, increase the final damage. Wow. So he will be a pure paper Esper, just build all in damage, like just attack. If kill the target, then reset ability cooldown. Wow. So S3, if this S3 is high enough damage to actually instantly nuke one Esper, especially he's a Shimmer, so he don't have element disadvantage problem, then he can reset S3 and recast S3 again. And the fact you can put disease defend down, so you cannot heal from Lien and Sakura, and then defend down and the Sear from the Snake Bite, so it will really make the damage output very high. So I think, yeah, I think he's just a pure PvP Esper. Maybe it's going to be good for PvE as well, for extra dealing damage. We have to see, because if you can apply Sear and defend down, it's a good thing. But yeah, it's already a PvP Esper. Then R1, before an ally take action, increase. Wow, okay. Oh, okay, once per battle. So we have to see like how many AP he's gonna get in the battle. So before an ally takes action, so let's say I build him with TA, and then TA will take the action first, right? So before TA take action, he will AP push himself first, then only TA take action. So he will push himself to actually be faster, but we have to see how many AP is the portion. Then R2 effect, gains attack up before casting the S3. Okay, this is good. Like basically you get another buff, so the enemy will have defend break, will have Sear, disease, and then you get attack up for yourself, then you cast S3. So it's a lot of debuff on an enemy already, then you nuke it. If you actually nuke it, you reset ability. Oh, and then you gain a bonus turn, trigger once per battle. Oh, once per battle, so you can S3 nuke. If it really kills one enemy, then you can re-nuke another enemy. This is good. This is a good result. Then R4 attack effect, when he's gonna die for the first time, prevent himself from dying and recover HP. Basically, it's the same thing like the Slon, when Slon is gonna die and then she will revive. And then he's also like this, but Slon will become ice. He won't become ice or anything, but he'll get some Warrior Reborn. So there's 2 buffs we haven't know how is it gonna work now. It's gonna be Warrior Reborn. What is this gonna provide? But I assume it's gonna be like increased attack or increased crit damage thing in the Warrior Reborn. And we have no idea what is the inhibitor now. But we only know the Snake Bite. So just by looking at the Snake Bite, it's already enough debuff to make him as a nuker. And yeah, we have to see like what kind of these 2 buff is. And then R6 effect, when any ally falls, increase. Oh, increase more, like how many AP increase? Is it like 100% to instantly push him to 1 turn or 50%? Then he'll immune to AP down, so you cannot use TA to slow him down. So he'll always take his action and then nuke you. can be obtained from the limited time Esper Fusion event and Echo. Okay, so this part and Echo. So basically, you are able to get the Esper from Esper Fusion event, or from Go Record or Shimmer Pool. So there's like, I know some of you guys complain, like I saw some comment or like saw some at the Facebook, like you guys say it's like, oh, this Esper is gonna lock behind RTA, so this Esper is gonna be pay to win. But sometimes I feel mad or I feel frustrating when I see this kind of comment, is because you don't even read the patch note yet and you already think that that Esper is gonna be only locked behind RTA. Right, so sometimes you guys not everyone, okay, not everyone, but some of the player, they just complain, just liking to complain. Well, you can see here there's two methods. So Esper Fusion event is an extra event for us to get the Esper one copy. Then Echo is the extra method through Go Record or Shimmer Summon, right? Alright, so let's take a look. What is the limited time Esper Fusion? Is it going to be free to play enough for us? So the limited time Esper Fusion event is about to launch for the first time. Join the event and obtain the new legendary Shimmer Esper Moroyama for free. Right. So the fact that actually Dislyte, when they mention for free, is actually doable for free, because like the Jinchu skin they mentioned is for free, even though there's a RNG system there, the gacha pool, but it's still for free as long as you do the in-game event, the daily activeness, you can get the skin for free. This is already for sure. So I think when they say for free, it's really for free. Then can be only redeemed once during event. Yeah, so R0 is for free as long as you are able to achieve the condition. So there is, instead of event, it's actually an opportunity for us to get this copy for free for once. So after this event, then you are no longer have this event. So you have to get him from Go Record purely, even though it's a first copy. So let's see the duration. August 6 until September 16, which is pretty much 1 month and 10, so it's like 2 patches long. Right, around 2 patches long for this limited time Esper Fusion event. Okay, so how do we get it? It's during the event, players who have reached account level 70 can join the event via War Room Esper Fusion after collecting the main wave. Okay, how do we get it? A chance drop from consuming stamina on stages. Wow, which means there's actually 2 methods. One is from the tier rewards from warm up match, which is every tier 3 main wave, right? And then I calculated it from the new version preview. It's only 36 of the main wave, and you need 100 of it, which means the remaining 64, you either grind 64 from the stamina, or you don't do the warm up match, then you just grind your 100 from the stamina. Yeah, so it is a free way, which I assume the consume stamina can actually get you 100 of it, which is still a free way, right? It's actually an opportunity for you to get him for free for 1 copy. But after this event ends, you can only get him from Go Record and Shimmer Summon Pool, which is like the rest of the other Shimmer. Right, so it's actually giving out one free copy for you guys if you actually commit to it. So I think Dislyte direction is going towards is like, cause I also feedback this part for them. I say that I think the community, if you actually give the opportunity for them to work hard or at least try to get it, they will actually commit to it. Like the Momo situation. Remember the Momo situation that the base reward is not enough for 1 copy, or the Yamato situations, the base reward is not enough for 1 copy, which is, I think it shouldn't be like that. That's why I gave them the feedback. I keep telling them that I think the base reward should be at least 1 copy, so which is achievable, and then player will actually try to commit for the event and then get at least 1 copy. Then the rezo part, the leaderboard, which is fine because at least they get 1 copy first. Then the rezo, they will earn it by themselves through completing the leaderboard. I think which is more fair, right? You guys can comment about it, because I did give this feedback for the dev team. Because this is what I feel. I feel like the base reward should be one copy. That's why the upcoming event, the championship that we already have now, the Momo, is actually 50 fragment, right? The base reward is actually 1 copy, which at least you actually try to get the event. Right, you actually try to do it, then you can get it. So this time they gave out the limited time Esper Fusion event, which I didn't expect this, to be honest, because it's a Shimmer Esper, alright. So they actually give you the opportunity to get at least 1 copy if you earn it by yourself by consuming stamina, or and the tier rewards. But we have to see like how many main wave we are able to get through the consume stamina. Like Is it gonna limit it like 64? Then you have to force to actually get the remaining 36 from warm-up match. Then it's not really free because you need to hit until the high rank, the diamond 3, right, or diamond 1. Right, so we have to see like how many amount we are able to get just through consuming stamina. We have to see this on PTR server, so I'm not sure about that part now. And meeting the upgrade requirements for specific Esper, which is gonna be Yamato and Yuhime, right? So upgrade requirement for the specific Esper, you're gonna need Yuhime and Yamato. So it's not or, it's and. So you need both. You need Yuhime and Yamato, but you don't have to worry like I need them to get R6. I need R6 Yuhime. I need R6 Yamato. No, because you only get him for one copy, which means only R0 Yuhime and R0 Yamato. Right, but I know the part that you guys are worried about is the ability level thing, which I also worry about it. Okay, so I want to see like how many ability level they actually require you to achieve it. Is it really max skill? If it's max skill, then for the free-to-play player who are very lacking of the legendary ability mod, it will have some issue for that part. Even though like the current shop, the current patches, the every week, the legendary ability mod fragment is actually enough when you're at higher tier. But I have to do the calculation for that part. But for now, from what I'm looking at the limited time Esper Fusion event, I think it's a very good event. Basically, it's another Shimmer Reverb event, but more activeness. Because Shimmer Reverb you do daily, that's all. Then for this one, you have to actually commit some stamina and commit in the summer warm-up match. But it's a free. In the end of the day, it's a free reso, only maximum for one copy, right? Because they did mention it only redeemable once during the event, so it's maximum one copy. If you want the rest of the R1 to R6 effect, you can earn it by summoning from Go Record or from the Shimmer pool, which is the usual way. So in the fact that they actually added a new way to achieve it is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's always better that they actually introduce a more option way to get him while not reducing the previous way. Okay, so in my opinion, I would say this is a good content. I don't know you guys, you can feel free to comment down, but in my opinion, I would say it's a good content. Then the next one is Union Divide Ends. Right, considering that you may not have the energy to participate in each arena, we're introducing the Union Divine End feature. Whether you are a top player in PvP or PvE battles, your effort will earn you the same daily reward. Wow, okay. If this is the thing that I mentioned at the previous new version preview, then this is a good thing. So let's see. After the update, the new Union Divine system will be added, which will unlock after clearing story 5-16. Player can access it. Okay, access, blah blah blah. Okay, let's take a look. So basic trophy, which is the beat bout daily reward, are now basic trophy reward. So there's no longer beat bout daily reward. It will call basic trophy reward now. But this reward will no longer send separately. Instead, they will share in with Point War. So Point War is your equipment based content PvP. Then beat bout is your rival rune based content PvP. So they will pick either which one is higher, then you will get that daily reward. So from my understanding, this system will automatically select your higher rank in beat bout or Point War on your server for daily reward calculation. So I think is like, let's say your Point War is top 400, alright, top 400, and then your beat bout is like 2%. So top 400 reward will be better than 2%, right? I don't know how they could calculate this part, but which means if you are not really good in beat bout auto content and rival rune, you can actually push your Point War with equipment and you can manual it by yourself, like the one that I introduced you guys, the Chloe Clifton. You can actually manual yourself to high tier, and then you get that high tier daily reward, which is a good thing because they actually give you the option. So you're not tied to beat bout. You have to force to do beat bout to only get the beat bout reward, daily reward, which is a Nexus Crystal reward. So now you can use another way, which is from Point War, to push it up. And I think because Point War is based on weekly reward, so it won't get affected by the daily calculation. So if your Point War is let's say Point War 20, you are still gonna get a Point War 20 weekly reward every week. I assume, okay, I assume we have to see this at the PTR server. So I assume the Point War will still give you the weekly reward, and beat bout will no longer give you the beat bout daily reward. So the beat bout daily reward now will become either your Point War ranking or your beat bout ranking, then will be the finalize of your final reward. So let's say your beat bar is 1%, your point war is like very low. So you will still gonna get your beat bar 1% ranking because that's what you usually get. Just that now there's an option for you to actually push your point war to get that beat bar reward or maybe higher. I think it's a good thing because you can now have option for it instead of tied to it on one content. So basically beat bar and point war now is one content for the daily reward wise. I think the weekly will still remain. Not sure, we have to look at the PTR. Then the next one is incentive trophy. The knockout daily reward now is incentive trophy reward, and then this reward no longer be sent separately, instead they will be shared in the miracle challenge. Okay, so what is miracle challenge? Miracle challenge is a leaderboard established for top players who excel at hunting miracle bosses. The leaderboard covers all players in the current battle division. So we have to see like this division, does that count that they have their own division ranking or is the whole server thing? So miracle challenge point come from 8 sub leaderboard, 4 from ritual bosses, which is like the Chronos, Apex, Fafnir, all those things, and 4 from Dislyte Land, which is the Shadow Fire, Shadow Stream, Shadow Glow thing. Sub leaderboard score are now based on your best historical record. Oh, so as long as you are able to get like the top 10 auto battle record, then it will always be that top 10 auto battle records, right? Because it's historical, so you don't have to do this weekly basis. It will be always there. Then the score from this sub leaderboard are then totaled to get the total score for miracle challenge, which determine the final ranking within your division. Okay, for detailed ranking rules, we have to, yeah, so I think this you have to check in the PTR, but from what I'm looking at now, I feel like it's going to be like this. So let's say the miracle bosses, you are getting like 10 turn, right? 10 turn, and then 10 turn give you like 50 point. Then you have 4 bosses, so 200 point, and then the Dislyte Land, I think is based on ranking or higher point. Then you have the final point reward, and then total up who have the higher one in your division, then you get ranked. But actually, this part here, the miracle challenge part here, is actually a massive boost in my opinion, because in knockout is a very limited range. So it's either top 1 to 10 or either 11 to 64, then the rest is percentage, right? So if the division here, this current battle division here, is actually based on a small group of player every time, then this is actually helping a lot. Like let's say you are not able to get knockout top 1 to 10, which is most of the time no, right? It's only, you'll always see the same name or the similar name at the top 10 in the knockout. But if you actually push enough high score in your miracle challenge, and you actually get top 1 or top 5 in the miracle challenge based on your own battle division, which is the part we have to actually consider. If you actually get that, you are able to get Shimmer Record Fragment for 56 per day, which is the basic knockout top 1 to top 10 reward, which is a massive boost for the Shimmer Record income. So we have to really see this. But I think this is a massive direction. Like this is a big win. To be honest, this is a big win because now they're trying to balance between PvE and PvP content. So the PvE player who really enjoy going for speed running the low turn or getting high score in Dislyte Land bosses, they have actually the reason to push it, more reason to push it now, because you're actually able to get the Shimmer Record Fragment. Right, if you agree with me, you can feel free to comment down as well, share your thoughts about it. But I really like this function. It is gonna be helping a lot of player for the content, because if you don't do PvP for knockout, then focus on PvE. If you don't even focus on PvE, which means you're not gonna focus on PvE and PvP, then what are you playing, to be honest? If you don't really commit in PvE or PvP and you are still chasing for reward, then yeah, it's a bit hard to judge for that part, right? Okay, then the next one here is PoE for more Esper now, right? Basically more rewards for you, more legendary ability mon fragment, and a lot more summons. Okay, then the next one is the limited time show Summer Splash for the second half summer team event, which is summer warm-up match. Okay, so every single Esper here is gonna be max skill for you, but it's using your own equipment, not rival rule now. This is good. It adopts an inter-division format for the first time. All divisions are interconnected. I assume it's going to be like, for our global server, it's going to be server 1 until server 7. So cause previously server 1 and server 2 will fight together, but we won't face server 3 or server 4 player. But now I think it was connected to everyone, so it's more easy for us to match up, because more player to match up together, and you will see more different player from the other server. Then for the time show here, it's basically the same from what I'm read through, right? So it's the story event that continues back for Fatima, Amir, and Sloan. to stop Ilf, and then now this time we have the loyalty chest tree, which contains Yunchuan, Tangshan, Liling, Gabriel, Clara, Sienna, Zora, Brewster, and Ife. Just by looking at it, I would say Sienna, because through the buff is more interesting now, and Brewster is more interesting for us to get the Rezo, and maybe Ife, from what I'm looking at now. Okay, then we have Trial, we have the Memory Reef, we have the Battle Redux. So when you have Battle Redux, then you have the 4th shop. Yeah, 4th shop, and then you are able to buy the Loyalty Chest Divinate Pack. Yeah, so actually, when you have Battle Redux, then you have the free Divinate for two Divinate if it's the same one. Okay, then the next Echo, which is already we thought is gonna be Ilf, and then Yuhime plus Farah for the first week, and then Chuya Abigail for the second week, Valera and Lian for the third week. Okay, interesting. The rest is the same. Then Championship is gonna be Yamato. This is a good thing, to be honest, because if they actually introduce you another Championship Esper, you actually get burned out, to be honest. Like after chasing Yamato, after chasing Momo, then I have to re-chase a new Esper. That's actually gonna burn you out. But they actually rerun Yamato, which you actually have a breath patch. So if you don't really want to chase for the Yamato, then you can actually save up your stamina pack and just do the base reward, and then you can save up for an upcoming new Championship Esper for the next calendar, who knows when. But yeah, I think this is a good thing, because if you miss Momo previously, you can use the Yamato fragment now to sell it to get Champ Coin, and then use the Champ Coin to buy Momo fragment from the Champ shop. Right, you can see this one here. After the event, Yamato Momo fragment. Yeah, this one. This Phase Championship shop offers Momo's Ripple, which you can purchase through Champ Coin. So if you don't have Momo Max Rezo, or you missed the Momo previously, you can sell the Yamato fragment Ripple from this event here to buy Momo if you really want. Okay. Then Bobon Gacha, Treasure Kingdom, Golden City Challenge is back. Okay, more content for me. Then Bootleg Marker, Alice Magic Hunt, Scratch Off. Yeah, basically that's all here. Memo chip cost for Blitz high ranking in Desolate Land will be reduced, so the blitzing now will require less memo chip, which is an easier quality of life. Then new product have been added to Club Shop. This is good because I have a lot of club currency, to be honest. It's overload. I already clear the shop every week, but I still have overload club currencies, because the changes of Sentinel Hunt, they give more attempt, so more attempt equals more currency, club currency. Then more Swift Space, the OnlyFans unlock, and then we have Esper balance. Okay, I'll make the Esper balance for another video, because it's pretty long and I want to go more detail to all the kits, and I think the Esper now, the patch note now I'm going through is taking a very long time already. So, but I can go through first. So, following Esper, Nora getting a buff, Ophelia getting a buff, Fatima getting a buff, Armia getting a buff, Yuhime getting a buff, Yamato getting a buff. Okay, basically the Japanese Esper, Yuhime, Yamato, Fumisaku is getting a buff. Fatima and Armia, which is going to be a dual combo. Then Ophelia, one of my favorite Esper, is getting a buff now. And Nora, I assume it's going to be something doing with Anna. Right, it should be something like this. Alright, so I'll go through the rest here at another video. Alright, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the patch note video. Feel free to comment down how do you guys think about it. For me, I think this patch is a major win. But feel free to comment down what you think, because I think it's a major win because they introduced this kind of event for you to actually get one copy of a Shimmer, then the rest you can earn it through summoning. And the most major win for me is the Union Divide ends, at least from the patch note itself now. I have no idea how the final version looks like at PTR, which we're gonna see in 2 days from now, and the rest we'll see. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Gen MP, Rosas15, Molcode Reguli, The Bluest Lane, Pigeon Roulette, Kemi, thank you so much for the support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwatts, Rimu, Choni, Von Hexa, Rawson Bessie, Antonio Winterspoon, Marilyn Williams, and Uncle Chad. Thank you so much for the support. And that's not all. Also, special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat, the latest 10. So special thanks to Pigeons Roulette, Agni, Ziggy, Code Wilderness, Choni, and Rosas15. Thank you so much for the support, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.